Dialogue, networking inspired.
Empowered by D.N.A.
Dialogue, networking inspired.
Empowered by D.N.A.
Dialogue, networking inspired.
Empowered by D.N.A.
With Nikki. With Nikki. With Nikki.
Good morning. Thank you for joining Empowered by D.N.A. with Nikkei. And we're talking dialogue, networking, aspire. And this morning we have the absolute privilege of talking with the Iris Daye. She is so many things to so many people, from a psalmist to a writer, an artist in her own right. A mother, my friend, my sister, auntie to my babies, just so many things to so many people. And I feel honored, as you should, to join in this conversation with just an amazing, amazing person. So thank you so much,
Thank
Iris.
you, my
Yes,
sister.
thank you so much for joining me and allowing me to have this conversation with you. And so to start off with, I think it's just something I feel like we need to ask. I always ask singers and artists, who is your favorite artist?
Wow, so you're going to think this is crazy. I actually do not have a favorite artist.
Wow.
It's just so many wonderful voices, and I just haven't been able to, narrow it down to one person. I can think of several who have really inspired me.
Okay.
So I love all types of music, all genres, from all different eras. When I think about the 60s and the 70s, one of my absolute favorite is Donny Hathaway. Just that golden, smooth voice.
Yes.
Marvin Gaye, I loved, that raspiness in his voice. Unforgettable. Aretha Franklin.
Yes.
Incomparable. Aretha Franklin.
Yes.
Let me see. And when we're working our way on up to the present, I think about Whitney Houston and Peabo Bryson, that golden voice. It's just the crooners that get me.
Yes.
You got to be able to sing. They make me feel something in my gut to get me. And with gospel, I love the Clark sisters. Daryl Coley was a favorite of mine. On up to the day, I love me some Tasha Cobb. The singers. Singers. And they usher in the spirit. Yes.
That's all I'm missing, the voice.
Yeah, girl, you got it. You got it. Look, the make a joyful noise.
And that's what I make. All right.
But look, you got other gifts.
Thank you.
You got other gifts.
So we all got our lane.
That's right.
So thank you so much for that answer. And it is surprising that you have so many, but it also explains your gifting. Because normally you ask somebody, they have this one person, this one artist is just their favorite, but listening to you, they truly all can sing and all very gifted, and they are different genres.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to ask you, what about country? You got some country in there?
I do. Actually, I like country music. I just don't think a story can be told better than in a country song.
Yeah.
I mean, those country songs, they tell the story that everybody can relate to. I can't really, I like Shania Twain. I like Chris Stapleton.
Okay.
It's just so many that I like. Okay.
You're fine. So you're fine. So we go across all genres literally.
That will caught me off guard.
I know. I have to throw one in there.
I do like country.
And I only ask because we're not gonna stay on it. But Beyonce came out with country music, and I'm just like, but I grew up honestly. Kenny Rogers. That was my mom.
Yeah.
So I grew up listening to that. Actually, my daughter, my youngest grandbaby, oldest grandbaby loves Dolly Parton. Yes, you got to know. So I had to throw that one out there. So in speaking of being an artist and a musician, and you've been How long have you been performing?
Woo! So I performed the first time, I think I was 4 years old in church.
Wow.
My mom, who is a wonderful angelic voice, and
Yes.
she was the minister of music for the church that we grew up in.
Mm-hmm.
And she called me up to sing one Sunday, and I don't really remember everything, but she said that the whole church was standing. She said I was 4 years old, but I had a grown voice. That's what she always told me. Yeah, so I started about 4, and just singing in the choir. You know, of course, I told you my mom was minister of music, so we were in the choir. I was in the youth choir, and then when I got about 12 or 13, I joined the gospel choir. And so I've just been singing all my life. In school, I was in chorus, did the honors chorus thing. And yeah, it's just been a part of my life forever.
Okay, and it's her.
And we even had a family group.
Yes.
You know, all of my siblings are musically inclined as well. So you know that it's passed down from generation to generation. And so yeah, we actually had a little family group, and we used to do a little bit of traveling even. You know, it's so wonderful to be able to share that with your family, people you love. Yeah.
It is. It is. By the way, I didn't travel with that group, just so clear. Sorry, that's my comedy. So we talk about growing up in the church, singing in the church, but you've also sung in secular groups.
Oh yeah.
And so how did we go from gospel into secular?
Well, I will say this. To me, music is music.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as long as it is promoting positivity, to me, I can deal with all kinds of music, and I love all kinds of music. You know, when you are out with your loved one at a dinner or something, you don't want to hear "Take Me to the Cross" or "Take Me to the King," or
You're right.
You want to hear something that's talking about life, right? So there is music that is for every situation, and like I said, as long as it's clean, as long as it's positive,
That's right.
it's okay with me. And I love expressing myself in different kind of ways. I'm not boxing, and nobody's gonna box me.
That's right. Say that loud and proud. There is no box in this area. No box. That's amazing. I just asked because I do know most artists that can really sing normally have started with gospel, and I've heard, I don't know for sure, but I've heard that like if you can sing gospel, like you can all other genres, like a walk.
You can nail all the rest of them.
You can nail all the rest of them. So I want to flip for just a second. Then we're going to go back to, you know, the artist you are. And I'm clear she does a lot of other things, but this is just my focus for now today. But you're also a mother.
Yes.
And you are a single mother.
Yes.
So how do you do all of these multiple, because you have an active child too, like you don't have a stationary kid, it's just sitting.
I always tell people, my one kid asks me how many kids I have, I say I have triplets.
Right.
Because he is truly 3 and 4.
Oh yes, he is. So I mean, you've got this active kid that, you know, is also gifted.
Yes.
And I'm not biased,
Thank
okay?
God.
But
Yes.
go on YouTube. I mean, he has a YouTube.
Yeah.
He's a bad drummer. let me
Yes.
tell you.
Yes.
Among other things, he's also a great athlete.
Yes.
So you got this 3-in-1 kid.
Thank God.
And then, exactly, great kid. She's done an amazing job. But you also have a full-time job.
Yes.
What we call that day job.
Yes.
We got to go to every day.
Yes,
That's the one that pays the bills.
Mhm.
And then you also teach others music.
Yes.
And then you lead a choir, direct a choir, choirs.
I'm
Minister of music.
for my church.
Yes, minister of music.
Yeah.
And then in your own right, you're an artist of your own. And I know that you've written some songs. I know that you performed over the years with different bands, different groups, and done an amazing job. How do we do all this?
Well, you know, first of all, let me say this. When you're doing something and you're getting paid to do something that you love so much that you would do it for free.
Yes, yes.
It's a blessing.
Yes, yes.
So just, you know, managing my time, a lot through down through the years. It's kind of like being in survival mode.
Yes.
You do. When you're an artist, you have to share. You have to get it out.
Yes.
And so I'm so thankful that I have a very supportive family unit. My mother's awesome, and she just loves my son to death. He loves her, and I'm just so happy and appreciative that those times that I was on the road, she was so willing. I have an amazing mother, and she loves my son so much, and he feels the same way. So when I would have to go out on the road, she was more than willing to care, for him. Sometimes I would say, hey, I'm back. I'm back in Greensboro. What can I keep of another day? So I have that kind of mother.
Yes. Right.
And then I relied on you and my brother, and you guys were just great with him. It was his home away from home. Just making sure that he was cared for.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So that village is important.
Very,
I look at a lot of people, and I think sometimes people they look at people and say, oh, they're doing it all by themselves. But you're saying no, you have to have that village, that support around you.
Definitely.
To help you. Not that you're definitely raising your son, you're definitely taking care of your son.
Definitely.
But the village is there to bring that support. And I think we've come into a time or season, it appears, that everybody wants to, I'm going to do it by myself. I got this. Nobody's saying that, to my kid. I don't want nobody. And I'm just saying that for me, just like you, that village is important.
Very much.
Because as much as I've been there for you, you've been there for me. So, I mean, it's necessary.
Shout out to my nieces.
So we talked about the single parenting, and you're saying, hey, I'm getting this done with help. Thinking on if there's like a young artist watching us right now, they're saying, I got this talent, I got this gift. What do I do with it? How do I get started? What would be your advice to especially a female artist in this business right now? Because you've been a female artist in this business for a minute, and I know it's had some ups and downs.
Right.
So what is your advice to that young woman, or even man, but young woman who's wanting to break into that? I got this voice and I want to sing.
So without telling my age, okay, I'm just going to say that things are totally different now. The digital age changed everything.
Yes.
So I would say that it's so much easier to get exposure now. But yeah, with the digital age, get yourself exposure on TikTok, YouTube, whatever platform. So many to choose from now. But just get exposure, create, write for other people even, and the community festivals and things like that. You'd be surprised at how many artists were discovered just doing something locally.
Yes.
And it just got it just blew up into something so much bigger.
Yes.
So yeah, I would just say don't despise the small beginnings.
Oh, that's good. Remember, we talked about it 2 weeks ago. Small wins.
Yes.
Everything doesn't have to be excessive and large. So that's amazing. Thank you so much. And I'm going to ask you one other question. It's probably going to be a surprise, but I would ask you one other question. So as a woman, now in my career and probably like what you do every day in our careers, women, there's a battle, right?
Yeah.
We face difficulties, challenges, got to prove ourselves. Can't be too manly, gotta be kind of feminine, and all that stuff. Sometimes they don't think we're as smart as they are, depending on the man that maybe your boss or whatever. In the music industry, would you say that's that same challenge, or do you think as an artist there's a little bit more freedom and appreciation for the female artistry?
I would say that we still have a ways to go, even in that industry. I mean, everything is still being male dominated. I'm just being real, So yeah, we have to really find our place and not be ignored. Never have your voice silenced,
Exactly.
you know, and just always believe in yourself and promote that. And don't be afraid to speak up for yourself and to know your value. You know, people won't value you if you don't value yourself.
Exactly. That's a mouthful. Value yourself. Know your own value and worth. And so that's very, very important. So I can't talk about all of the successes and great things without also talking about challenges. Because we know as women, we know as mothers, as employees, whatever, we have challenges.
Yes.
And so everybody I interview always got to get to the challenges, because I want to be realistic to those of you who are watching that you can still, like, things are great. She's amazing. She's got that experience behind her. But she hasn't done all this without challenges. And I don't harp on challenges to stop us.
Right.
But I look at the challenges because as a Christian, I believe wholeheartedly that those challenges make us better.
Oh,
So
yes.
in your life, and we don't have to get into all of the details, but in your life, what specific challenges have you had to face that you think have made you a little stronger, a little better now? So the then and the now, I guess.
Well, I am a divorced mother, a divorcee.
Yes.
And I will say that we as women, we really, really just have to, again, know our worth.
Yes.
And the parents, I cannot stress this enough to you. For parents of male and female children, make it a point to build your child's self-esteem.
Yes.
We face so many challenges in life that are just, weighing us down. But honestly, if your child has a healthy dose of self-esteem, and sometimes even with females, I say go overboard, go to the other extreme, because you can reel them back in. But it's hard to get low self-esteem up to the point where it needs to be for us. So I would just say, as one of my challenges, I was so in a hurry to get a mate.
Yes.
And, I wanted to do everything godly, of course. And I was saying, I found someone that I was crazy about, and I was praying. Oh Lord, just help him get marriage on his mind. Get marriage on his mind, Jesus. But what I should have been praying was, Lord, help me to control my flesh.
Oh no.
Help me to get closer to you so that I can be patient and wait on the one that you have for me.
Help somebody.
That should have been my prayer.
Help me be patient. Now that is a sermon all by itself.
Yes, ma'am.
So
I can preach that one.
Yeah, you bringing it home right now. Let me tell you. I feel like say amen to that, because that is very important, and I think that knowing our value, I believe it will cause you to wait and cause us to have that standard. But I think it's sometimes when we don't value ourselves or understand how much we bring to the table.
Yes,
that's the other thing. I'm gonna go there on that one.
Go ahead.
A man that finds a wife, I say it all the time, finds a good thing. He finds favor with the Lord. So as a woman, we're bringing the favor. Oh, I know I ain't gonna get a whole lot of likes on that one from the men, but it's the truth. And I'm right. Now, because we're bringing something to the table. And so we do have a choice, hence the word proposal.
There you go.
But that's definitely really good right there, Iris. So that was really good conversation there. So I have 2 more questions.
Okay.
And then I'll leave you alone and we'll go about our day.
I can do this all day.
Okay. Good stuff. So I'd like to ask you the question about when have you grown the most in your life and what caused that growth?
So, I guess you're going to make me say my age then.
I mean, you can plug it up.
that I thought my eyes came open in my 40s. But when I hit 50, woo! Girl, let me tell you.
Something about 50.
It just, well, I'll say this. When I realized the God in me and how much power I possess.
Yes.
When I realized that, then that just changed the way I see a whole life.
Oh, yes.
So I would say that my 50s, what I'm experiencing right now, this is my time.
Yes.
You know, this is the time that the blinders are coming off, and you know, godly wisdom is being showered upon me because I was wise enough to ask for it.
Yes.
You know, you have to ask for wisdom.
Exactly.
Yeah. So this is my time right now, my 50s.
Awesome. I love that.
Yeah. So I've learned from my mistakes, and you know, I'm just looking at life through a different lens in my 50s.
Yes.
Not so much concerned about others. I'm not. I mean, I love you and I pray for you. But my focus has changed. You know, just like there's a saying that says, "When mama's happy, the whole house is happy."
Yes.
So just making sure that I'm well and whole.
Yes.
This is my focus right now. So yeah, I think I've grown tremendously in my 50s.
Awesome. Awesome. So I got one more question, and then I got two more questions, and this one I want to ask, and I don't know, you may not have an answer for me. You might tell me none of my business, mind my business. She might say mind your business.
Okay.
But I'd like to know, like, are you working on any projects like that we might be coming up on soon? We want to hear from the Iris Daye.
No.
You gotta tell us all. Is it something we gotta be sitting on the edge of our seats waiting on?
Well, now I am working on something a little special.
Okay, all right.
Now it's not going to be recorded music.
Okay.
I'm working on something where some live performances.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't want to.
No, don't tell me.
I don't want to tell you everything.
The only thing I want to be recorded saying is I want to know when it gets here so I can get my team. We'll be on the front row.
Will do.
So we need to definitely be looking out for Iris Daye and listening. And when you hear her, when you see her, listen, you need to be there. I don't care what it is she's having. It's going to be excellent. It's going to be amazing. And I'm going to tell you, I have listened to her on all genres singing, and it will bless you. Bless you while you're dancing. Bless you while you're praising. It's going to bless you amazing. And so last question. What is your favorite quote? What quote motivates you?
There you go again. There. Well, okay. So I will say that I have a favorite spiritual quote.
Okay.
And a favorite practical quote.
Okay.
So can I tell you something? Okay.
Uh-huh.
So my favorite spiritual quote from the Word of God is Ephesians 3:20.
Okay.
Now unto him who is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all that we can ask or think, according to the power that worketh in us. And you know what? Just as I'm saying this, I'm getting new revelation according to the power. Well, what gives us power? Prayer and staying in that word.
Come on.
So as long as we're doing that, there is what God can do for us is limitless.
Unlimited.
Yes, limitless.
Power of weapon of mass destruction.
Amen, sister.
Awesome.
Don't let me get off track. Let me give you my my practical quote.
Okay.
Is one by the late Dr. Maya Angelou.
Okay.
And it might be the quote, favorite quote of many. But it's when people show you who they are, believe them.
That is my saying. Oh, I put it on a t-shirt.
Hey, we need to broadcast.
Yes,
that,
we do.
Because too many, especially women, we're trying to have our mates to fit into this particular mold, and Oh, you can see signs and you choose to, oh, I can love that out of him.
Come on, help somebody. If they're showing you who they are,
Believe them.
because they are. That's who they are. They're not lying.
Yes, you can't change them. Let the Lord do that.
Yeah,
And you go and skip about your merry way.
And until they get changed, you stay away.
That's right.
It's been so much fun. I'm truly enjoyed talking to you. You know, we could talk all day. So I've shared one of my many pearls in my life with you today, and I hope that it's been empowering for you, and that you're taking these nuggets and you're applying them to your life so that you can experience that life change. But not only that, that you walk out of here, listen, we had dialogue today. We had some good dialogue.
Yes.
I mean, she let me go from one ear to the next and just really give you some things that can bless you, that can help change you. If you're that one that thinks you can change somebody, look, we just blessed you with one quote. If they show you who they are, that is who they are, believe them. And then truly, the scripture that you shared was just amazing. It blessed me, really, it blessed me. As well as so many other things that you said have blessed me. And we've got Empowerment Weekend coming up here in July. And some of the stuff that you said, on the spiritual side, I thought about Unfiltered, and that is what it's going to be called this year.
Yes.
Just taking those, those Facebook filters off that we like to use so much, and get real and reacclimate ourselves. I think a lot of people need to reacclimate themselves with God, so they can be in the place like where you are, that's peaceful, that says, look, this is my time,
right?
And me and God, we got this.
Amen.
And so it's truly been a blessing, Iris. Thank you again so much. We're looking forward to this project that's going to come around here soon, and we're going to support it. Thank you for following. Thank you for joining me every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. We appreciate it. And so listen, I want you to have a blessed day and be empowered. Remember, dialogue, network, and aspire is the DNA that you need to be empowered to do whatever God has called you to do on this journey. God bless you. Have an amazing day. We'll see you next Saturday. Bye.